As we see this game kick underway, here we go. We are starting Nat Araya to serve 0-0. Let's play some pickleball. Oh, Tara, what a ball.
Tara and Natalie practice a lot together. They are friends on and off the court. They know each other's game well.
Absolutely, as we see that intruder ball. But like I was saying before, Sarah, I think rally scoring usually brings out that more conservative side of players. You know, they're less likely to go for those big serves. Every point costs you, right? So again, you'll see players hitting higher margin of error shots, playing a little bit more tentative. But who knows? Maybe we might see something different. Sometimes coming out with a bang is the best strategy.
Right. Audrey doing her best to reset those balls. They do sit a little high, allowing Southwestern Brewers to keep the pressure on.
Yep, and Amanda, just a great roll there. Playing with the Agassi paddle there, a great paddle from Yola. I think majority of the players out here will be playing with a Yola, with a paddle tech. Some with the Engage. Shout out to Kawamoto's.
Oh,
Tara's on the ground!
What a dig, and that ball is actually
from
wide.
Tara. What a play. Oh my goodness.
And that's just some early nerves from Audrey.
Just unlucky. 9 times out of 10, we're going to see that ball be put away, but unlucky off the net, and it just bounced right out.
Yeah, Audrey trying to make up for her last out ball.
Oh, nice spot from Nat. Just inside that right pocket of Amanda.
I believe we have 2-4 here.
Ooh. Just kind of a wild drive from Nat, kind of letting that ball get away from her a little bit.
I'd like to see a more rotation through her body to keep that shot down.
Yep, absolutely. Close that paddle face a little bit. Kind of sprayed one a little bit crazy, but
the Brewers will happily take that point in high third. So I think all players showing some nerves here early on.
Yep, a couple errors here and there. And like we talked about, it takes a while for these pros to get into the rhythm of the match, kind of understand the tempo of what's going on.
Another high third. But most players are attempting the third drop. Interesting.
Oh, great reset from Audrey, but just couldn't get the last one. Amanda so steady over there on that other side, really keeping the pressure on those forehand dinks and drives, really making their way, earn their way up to the kitchen line.
Yeah. I will say Amanda looks the calmest of all 4 players at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, just a little bit wide from Amanda.
She's shaking her head, wondering why she chose that spot.
Yep. I think she's trying to target Nat's backhand, which initially that would be my strategy as well. And really kind of get her on that back foot on that right-hand side. But again, we're just seeing a lot of unforced errors from the Detroit-Windsor Drive over here. Oh, no mistake from Nat and Audrey.
You know, as we kind of predicted, a lot of fast points. And when I say fast, I mean they're over in a few shots. That is the aggressive play that I think all 4 players wanted to bring to this game.
And again, we've seen that in pickleball, the evolution of the sport, where there are less and less dinking rallies lasting 30, 40 shots. I say that as we have a dinking rally lasting 20, 30 shots.
I mean, we definitely see that more so in women's doubles. It seems to be faster and more aggressive.
Oh, wow. Great gets from Tara. Oh, and just out from Audrey. Setting up that point beautifully. And shout out to her, Giuseppe over there, staying with those lobs every single time and hitting a nice consistent drop or drive back in play. And again, like we said before, make your opponent hit one more shot.
Well, yeah, there we go. The balls are sitting a little bit high still. I mean, love to see them come down just a little bit. Make each player work harder for each shot, like that one and this one. This is much better.
Oh, well done. And now we see Audrey start to come into a rhythm a little bit more. That overhead is coming. It's warmed up.
It just takes a few rallies for players to kind of let go of the environment around them. It's very active around us. We have courts, being used all around us in this facility. They just have to stay present and play their own game.
Nat Araya, what a drive. A great drive from the drive. How many times are we going to say that today? But just absolutely painting those corners. Well done, Nat.
Roseford again gets a pop-up.
Oh, yeah.
Sets up her team nicely.
Great pop-up and a great spot from Audrey. Really catching them in that little chicken wing. And a timeout being called from the Brewers. We have 9-8 for the Detroit-Windsor Drive.
Interesting time to time out by the Brewers with the score being close. That said, I think Tara was recognizing that they were coming for her a few rallies in a row and just needed to recompose herself.
Yep, I completely agree. And I think it's just about getting down on that ball. I feel like Tara's getting caught with her paddle face open a little bit. Yeah. Would love to see her be a little bit more in front of that ball, paddle face angle down, and really try to ground them and keep applying that pressure on the team. I think we're taking too big of that backswing, and like Sarah, probably better than anyone else. Too big of a backswing is such a detriment in pickleball.
It is. I mean, not only are you sending that ball further, you're also risking the other team seeing what you're doing. The more setup you take, the more obvious your shot's going to be. And then the more time you have to take to recover as well.
Absolutely. Again, just would love to see her shorten up that swing, paddle face a little bit further down. But the best part about Tara is that she is always smiling when she is on the court. She never lets too many bad points get her down. So we're going to see that determination in that drive come through again. As Amanda says, some words of inspiration as we get going here. 9-8 for the drive, coming back from the timeout.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Tara does look like a little bit in her head. I mean, I've spent lots of time hitting with Tara. She's a very relaxed, happy person. There we go. She just needs a couple good shots, I think, under her belt. She'll be back into it. I like to see this fire. Much better. Much better.
Yeah, that's just Tara's game face.
There's a smile.
Absolutely. She's back. Speaking about game faces, Amanda might have one of the meanest looking game faces of all time. I remember seeing her at the GTA Open a couple months ago in Mississauga, and she is just, Audrey, what a ball. Great hands from Audrey, way to stay with that as Amanda's coming over.
Hey, everyone's resting face is different.
Absolutely. Oh, and just out. Great discipline from Amanda to leave that, and great pressure from Tara, putting pressure on Nat's backhand over there.
It's actually a really good place to put that ball. I mean, we already pointed out Natalie is a left-handed player, and she uses two-handed backhands. When Tara puts that ball slightly behind Natalie or just wide, Natalie doesn't let go of that two-hand, and she loses her ability to get to that ball closer.
Absolutely. And again, you have the freedom to push it a little bit wider because a one-hand backhand ATP is a very difficult shot. One that Nat is more than capable of.
Oh, just wide.
Just wide.
Again, if she had waited a little longer.
Little bit longer. Wait. And when you think you've waited long enough, you got to wait a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But great attempt from Tara going for that ATP. Again, here we got 11-12, Brewers to serve. That's just a great spot from Audrey. Great spot from Audrey, putting it low, down around Tara's ankles. And again, would love to see a little bit of a lower third from Amanda. I know we're talking about margin of error, and again, rally scoring, you want to have a little higher margin for error, but that being said, when your third is high, you're putting your partner in an awfully tricky spot.
Yeah, you know, where Amanda put that ball on Audrey's left foot, that means Tara has to protect her line. And, you know, Tara did just give a slight extra wiggle room, I think, for Audrey to hit a misdirect. Also, you know, like you said, Amanda's third set just a little bit high, but we're talking inches, like not even inches, yeah.
Inches, and at the highest level of pickleball, inches is what makes all the difference.
Yeah, millimeters.
Millimeters even, 100%. But that being said, traditionally, a cross-court drop is a great shot. When you have Audrey's two-hand backhand sitting cross-court, it can be a little bit more frightening to drop that ball there.
Right. So there's that two-handed backhand again. Natalie's not comfortable on the backhand right there.
Yep.
And her response is to push the ball high, almost like a lob. She needs time to recover with her footwork, get rebalanced, and get herself back to the non-volley line.
Absolutely. And again, a great little drop step there. Give herself that extra half second to really hit that ball. In pickleball, when you're dinking, oftentimes you have more time than you think to really make a good, educated, composed shot. So again, would love to see Nat take a little tenth of a second extra, compose herself, and then really follow through on that ball. As they catch Tara just a little bit high on that two-hand backhand.
So just like our first match of the day, we have one Floridian on the court, Amanda Rosati, based out of Boca Raton, Florida, up here in London, Ontario for the Central Split.
And there we go. We are seeing the Brewers really target Nat's backhand and really apply pressure on that spot.
It's there at the moment. It's a little bit obvious at the moment that this is a good place for the Brewers to place the ball. Natalie has to be aware of it, and I'm sure she's trying to recalibrate herself in the moment right now.
Absolutely. If I were the Brewers, I would relentlessly just put pressure on that backhand.
As they just did.
As they just did. If I were them, I'd be talking every point that is the spot. Relentless. So again, Tara to serve, we are looking at 16-15, a tight one.
Yeah, you know, despite the strategy that we're talking about, which seems so obvious, again, I'm using air quotes here, the game is very close.
100%, and it is back and forth all the time. Again, I would love to see them target that every shot. You find a weakness, you find a hole, put that pressure on. Keep applying that pressure. And a rare offensive timeout called by the drive here.
Yeah, Audrey made the physical call. I have to wonder if her management decided to make that call on their behalf.
I agree, and as they're getting some coaching from Brandon, from Evan, what do you think is being talked about over there as we are tied going into the latter half of this little matchup here?
I believe they've made an observation, and it could have to do with the back end area that we're speaking of right now. Maybe they're listening to us.
Yeah.
But, you know, they probably pointed out something that needs to be adjusted immediately.
Yeah. And now for our viewers at home, if you know that your backhand is being targeted, how do you kind of navigate that, Sarah? What are kind of the steps that the drive here can do to mitigate this risk or mitigate this sore spot that we're seeing here?
Well, one of the toughest things to do, and it's going to be very easy for me to say this, but tough to execute, is you can't let it bother you. It's a part of the game. You know, you don't want to feel like you're being targeted. Actually, the mindset should be, I want the ball. Give me the ball. Right? If she can even change her mindset there, it should go a long way. And she gets the ball. What does she do with it? I would love to see a little more confidence from her right hand. She should want that ball and be hungry for it.
It's so tough, but you cannot play afraid in pickleball. You got to be fearless out there, just like we saw the Owls do before, and take it to one of the biggest teams in Canada.
That's right.
You got to play fearless. You got to play confident. that. There is the fearless Audrey crushing that ball with that two-hand backhand.
Sometimes you have to point out the obvious. You know, the Windsor Drive may have just said in that timeout, look, this is where the ball's going. And Natalie may have known that, but to spell it out like that so clearly, she has full expectation that ball's coming to her there every time.
Yep.
She's more prepared.
Absolutely. Oh.
Audrey's just playing some huge support right
Great
now.
ball, Audrey. She is really stepping it up here in these last 3 or 4 points. Really taking it upon herself to finish every rally. She is leaving nothing up to question.
Yeah, that's right. Well, she is absolutely in the support seat right now because her teammate's being picked apart. There we go. Yeah, this is more like Audrey's game as I know.
100%. She likes to play fast. She likes to play quick. And we are seeing it right now in full effect here. Great
Tara
ball.
has to take. Keeping the ball high, making the Brewers hit overheads. Okay, keep that ball down, Natalie.
Oh, Nat, vicious backhand, just sails a little bit long. She wants that one back. You could see it in her body language right after the point that she wanted that to be an outright winner.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see some more composure in that decision making. Just maybe a drop, a reset. Get herself back up onto that non-volley line.
Yeah, I think it's that tennis background that
yes.
is peeking out sometimes that you want to hit a winner. But here we go. We are at game point here, 2018.
Looks like another timeout.
And it looks like a timeout.
So that timeout paid huge dividends for the Windsor Drive. They just took a huge lead in this game.
Absolutely. And again, it's so important. I tell all of the people that I coach, never ever end the game with timeouts still in your pocket. You never know how much a minute and a half can do for the momentum and shift it your way. Mm-hmm. Again, it might be silly, but it also might be the key to victory. And I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like that timeout called by the Drive was the key to their turning point right there.
Interesting that they took the timeout and the Brewers are not receiving any coaching from their own management. They're standing in it. They're ready to go.
100%.
Receiving at 2018.
Yep. Discussing it amongst themselves, and I like that strategy. Sometimes it's all just between you and your partner. You are the ones that need to decide how things go. We're going to see what we have here, what's in store.
We are at a serving freeze. The Windsor have to win this rally to win the game.
Oh, and that's just great from Tara. Again, we talked about it at the beginning of this game. Tara's biggest X factor is consistency.
That's right.
She does not miss many of those. Amanda to serve.
Oh, that ball just sneaks inside the line.
Landed inside the line.
Another high reset attempt and another high reset attempt. There we go, ball's lower. And invited in. I wonder how that's going to pay off.
A little bit of an unorthodox shot from Tara. Oh, and just out.
Just wide.
But I believe the shot before was called out by Amanda, if I'm not mistaken. No,
she was heavily
she called it in.
there.
Yep, but she played it. 2019, game point for the Drive. Oh, and just out. Again, the battle of the backhands. Amanda and Audrey going at it.
So here we see a double freeze scenario. The Brewers are at 19 points and they're held there because it's a double serving freeze. So they cannot hit 20 unless they are serving, which they don't. So the ball comes back into the Drive for a score of 20-19.
Rare misfire from Amanda. She doesn't miss many of those backhands, but that one well into the net. That's gonna do it. Love to see the fire and passion from Nat, especially after everything that we saw with her backhand. For them to win that gruely, grudgy game, absolutely love to see it. All heart from all the ladies out there.
Love to see the grind. You cannot be afraid to dig out some dirty points.
Absolutely not. And again, just truly great to see that game. And again, another close match being decided by 2 points. Yeah, this is my first time seeing him play too. Again, was in CNPL Season 2, but we're going to see what happens here. Let's play some pickleball. Here we go, 0-0. Just wide from Jonas. Alrighty, we're going to get some fireworks over here. Can't wait to see it.
Undoubtedly. So far, all balls kind of going to Jonas.
Jonas, yeah, they're keeping away from Wes.
Yeah, not too shocking. Wes is going to have to find a way to insert himself.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he will.
This might be a first for Jonas. I don't think Jonas has played with or against another team whose main strategy is put the ball to Jonas.
Well,
great hands from Eugene.
I may reference Season 1 just a little bit. I do recall seeing that a tiny bit when he was a part of the Northwestern Rollers. And he did receive quite a few balls in that season. Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
Nice ATP.
Wow,
some
nice
solid defense.
ATP.
But that is just too clean by Mark Cleminson.
Oh, but I think it was just out. I believe Jonas called that ball out, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's
just well in. Oh, Jonas talking with Wes.
But, I'm not sure Jonas had the best angle.
Yeah, tough angle for him to call.
Backhand slice from Wes. Typically, a pro will drive off of a backhand slice return.
Yes.
Using that slice's momentum to gain more power.
Absolutely. And imparting even more spin on the ball.
Look at the hand speed by Wes. Great defense.
Oh, great spot from Jonas. Really testing Clemenson's forehand. But again, that point was saved by Wes Gabrielsen.
It was, yep.
Killer hands.
And this is what pros do. They clean up plays.
Absolutely. Again, in pickleball at the highest level, the point is never over. You might think you have a overhead smash winner, but until that ball bounces twice, it is never over. And again, great pressure by Jonas, putting it on Eugene. Oh, great dinking going on from everybody. And again, love to see that little misdirection from Wes when he's dinking. There's a lot of wrist action before he makes his shot, really keeping it challenging for the Brewers to know which direction he's dinking.
Wes's intensity that he's bringing on court and his focus is, there's just something different about what he's doing.
Absolutely. Just in.
I think he's looking for a drive off that return. He's intentionally doing that slice return. Oh.
That one got away from Cleminson a little bit. Just a tad high and sailed that ball long.
Wes is feeling it.
Yep.
It also, helps Jonas feel a lot more confident and calm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But what you love to see is active feet going on from all teams. Their footwork never stops. I would love to see their step counts at the end of the day. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah. Oh, great ball from Jonas, and that's a great roll to end the point right there. Catching Eugene low at his feet. Great ball from Jonas. And again, what we talked about that wrist angle, about the spin that can be generated. But another missed third from Jonas. That's his third of the match so far. Doesn't feel or look the most confident with that shot just yet.
Yeah, that's a good observation. You have to wonder if he's going to attempt a drive on the next third that comes his way. There's another lob by Wes.
What a lob. Oh, wow. Great effort from the Brewers to keep that alive. Great get from Eugene, great get from Cleminson. And we're getting a little bit of emotion coming from these Brewers now. Couple cheers.
Wes's shots are just very consistent and clean. I mean, they have to celebrate those moments because he's not making many mistakes.
And those, I find, Sarah, are the most dangerous players of them all. I referenced Marie-Christine Salvas playing for the Northern Lights. She is one of those players that will hit the ball back every time. And oftentimes, those are the scariest players because nothing comes free or easy with them. As we see Eugene blast the serve out wide. Hate to see that. Again, in regular standard scoring, that not big of a deal. Rally scoring, every point counts, every point matters.
That's right, yeah. Oh, okay, so he did try the drive.
Yes.
Which I was wondering if he would, but.
I just think he was not balanced for that shot, Sarah. I think he was a little bit on his back foot, trying to impart a little bit more topspin on the ball, but just a bad third from Jonas. Oh, Eugene wants that one back. That one's tough. Great spot by Cleminson coming over.
Nice.
What a roll.
There's the hand battles I thought would happen between Cleminson and Gabe. And he's going to come out.
Oh, Wes! What a ball! Did you see he switched hands there? He went a little bit righty to put that ball away. Wow, wow, wow. Just incredible to see. But again, Sarah, I think something that Wes is doing so well, his paddle is in the right position every time.
So he's seeing this play unfold slower than the other players.
Absolutely.
Which is why he can get his paddle set much better.
Absolutely. And I see it in the hands battles. His hand is up, ready to go, ready to make good, solid contact, and every ball is angled down at the opponent's feet.
Yeah, he's ready for some fast pace, and this, he's been in this game a long time.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Okay, so timeout by the Brewers, first of the game so far. How are they composing themselves? Actually, sorry, it was the Windsor Drive.
It was the Drive that called the timeout.
Yeah.
Yes, Wes called the timeout there. And I think he just wants to settle the game down a little bit. I think he's going to give Jonas a minute to catch his breath. We've seen, I don't want to say numerous unforced errors from Jonas, but many thirds low into the net, couple drives sailing long or down low into the net as well. So I think just kind of reassuring him that, hey, let the game come to us. Let's play our game. Let's not try to force things. Let's just hit good shots, put the ball in play, and good things will happen.
Do you think Jonas is feeling some pressure playing with a legend?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, as anyone would, I'm sure.
And I think he would be the first to admit that as well. Again, in pickleball, it's tough because you never want to feel like you let your partner down, right?
Right.
It's, again, such a team sport, even though there's only two people on the team, but you never want to feel like you let your partner down. And sometimes, especially when you're not performing, you can feel like you're on the island out there.
Right.
Cleminson, classic sky serve.
Mark has dropped every single third that's come from Wes as a return.
Oh. Where misfire from Cleminson. Big serve from Jonas. Oh, and Wes coming over, taking a little bit more of that court there.
And Mark knew that ball was coming. He just wanted to reset it so gently that I think he just absorbed too much impact. Wes is seeing exactly where that ball's going.
Yep.
Yeah, he's,
Cleminson. Just playing a little bit tentatively right now, and timeout called by the Southwestern Ontario Brewers. We are 11-12. Brewers just called the timeout. Going to chat with their coach, Shaq. Absolutely amazing. But again, another great timeout called by the Drive, halting that momentum, changing the pace of the game. Really win the game with their brain, not just with their arms and paddle.
And I can tell you for a fact that Cleminson likes chess off the court as well.
There's the Mark Cleminson that we know. Coming over, taking 75% of the court. Really making his presence known out there. Yeah. Ball hit the pole on the other court there. That's why the play was stopped. Wes and Jonas thought it was coming into their court, but saved by the pole.
All players gracious just to replay, no disputing.
Yeah, no. And again, the rally was fairly neutral. I don't think one team had the advantage either way, so happy to replay the point and back into the action. Oh, wow. Jonas caught Eugene napping over there, paddled down a little bit, and really made sure he got that ball right up there on his right shoulder. Great deep serve from Wes. Good drive. Jonas there with the counter. Oh, and just missed the put away. He is not happy about himself with that one.
Feel free to leave that shot to Wesley Gabrielsen, hand switcher.
I agree. And that's his forehand too, right? Like that's something that we forget a little bit, that that's his forehand.
Yes.
But again, that's something I think they'll work on over time. But again, it's one of those things where they have not had a lot of time to practice together.
That's right.
Wow, Wes!
That was fun to witness.
Oh my goodness. Wes Gabrielsen. I didn't even know those type of angles were possible. To hit that jumping on one leg and put the ball perfectly on the other side of the court.
Well, you know what? Paddle angle, but it's actually the tension in his hand to absorb impact so that ball stays in on that hard angle and not just fly out. That's the tough part.
Absolutely. We say it all the time in pickleball, you want to have a light grip pressure on that racket, on that paddle. That way you can really control what's going on with your... Great overhead by Jonas.
Nice reset by Eugene Mak there.
Jonas keeping the pressure on those dinks. Wes, a little flamingo shot. Great reset by Clem. Oh, what a ball, what a point.
That was a huge point.
Absolutely. And again, I think the Drive are kicking themselves a little bit there. They had a number of opportunities to put that ball away, but the Brewers hanging around. And like we've been saying all day, Sarah, make them hit one more shot.
Yep. Oh, just like that. Wes responded off a net court ball, put the ball back over, made Eugene hit one more.
Absolutely. And this is a close game. We are 14-16, back and forth action.
And at this point, players must feel like there's still a lot of games to be played.
Absolutely.
Not to rush to the finish line.
Yep.
At the same time, though, any tiny momentum shift and suddenly someone's close, hitting the 18s, 19s, and that's dangerous territory.
Absolutely. And this is, again, we talked about it before in the Lions and Owls game. Around this time of the game, we start to get a little bit tighter. Our shots become a little bit more shaky. But the pros at the highest level, oh, what a spot from Eugene. The pros at the highest level have been here before. They're going to battle through that mental adversity, and oftentimes the stronger mental team in these moments will come out on top.
It's a rare miss from Cleminson.
He has not looked the most comfortable in this game, I must say. Whether that's just the lack of shots or his demeanor on court, but he doesn't look the most comfortable yet. We have seen Cleminson take over games before, but we're not really seeing that here today.
Yeah, kind of like Tara, in the sense that their energy doesn't seem to be what we know them to be as players. It's just a little bit off. I mean, first game for him.
Yeah, 18-17, Cleminson to serve. Again, keeping it close, keeping the drive in it.
A lot of drops coming from this men's doubles game. A lot more than we see in the women's.
Oh!
Okay, that angle, if he had got that ball.
Eugene, be human, young fella. Oh my goodness. That is an insane angle, and I think that's just, if I'm not mistaken, years of high-level badminton experience being shown there.
So. West puts that ball up a lot more than I would have thought.
Yep. Oh, Jonas, you hate to see that. Just overextending. I think he's just a little bit too wide with his feet on the base there. And just let him pop up that ball a little bit.
Jonas looking to make up for that last one.
Yep. Oh, great job by West putting it away. Again, I would love to see Jonas play a little bit more free. I find he's taken a little bit off of those speed ups. Now, whether it's to keep the pressure on, but I would love to see him really try to rip one of these and apply some good pressure. Oh, and just
my
wide.
Gosh, the defense of Wesley Gabrielsen. The ball goes up, you go down. It's an easy concept, but hard to execute.
Absolutely. And we are seeing West put on a defensive masterclass here. 2019 game point for the drive. Oh, well done. No fear from Eugene. And a timeout being called here from Coach Shaq for the Brewers.
We are in that double serving freeze territory.
Absolutely. And I actually like this call from Shaq here to take a minute, calm these guys down, and really come up with a good, solid game plan for these next 2 points here.
What do you think that might be?
It's tough. If I was them, I would target Jonas. I think Jonas has looked the shakier of the two players in this game. Wes's defense has also been on another level in this game. So again, put the pressure on Jonas, make him hit a good third, make him hit a good fifth, and again, stay patient. We see the team that hits the ball back oftentimes will come out on top. Make your opponent hit one more shot. What about you, Sarah? What do you think here?
Pretty much in line, exactly what you said. I mean, I think they have been trying to execute that strategy of playing to Jonas a little bit more. Wes's defense is on fire, but he's also setting that ball up. I think that he's actually trying to draw them into an attack, and the Brewers are not falling for it, so they should also continue that strategy.
Yep, I agree. I think Wes is looking for that higher margin of error ball because he knows his resets are so solid. He knows where that ball is coming. He puts his body into the right place there, and oftentimes will make the shot 8 to 9 times out of 10 here.
Right. There we go.
At least in this game, for sure.
Critical rally right here. Oh boy, critical.
And maybe the commentator's curse here about Jonas looking shaky, but he just doesn't look comfortable out there. Not the Jonas that we've come to know and love over here. Oh, well done. And here we go, game point for the drive. West to serve.
Game point number 2, I think.
Yep.
Return goes back to West. A little surprised by that. This takes the middle ball. What a dig.
Great get up from Jonas.
Okay.
Oh, and Cleminson, no fear, going right at West. Great point there.
He knew it was coming. Okay, so game point for the Brewers.
Yep.
It's a first to 21, folks.
And that cheeky lob serve from Cleminson. So annoying, so frustrating. Reset by Eugene.
I like that West took that ball.
Oh, and it's out from West. What a finish for the Brewers. All determination. Oh my goodness, Wes Gabrielsen, what was that? A rare miss from the veteran in the game.
I mean, they hadn't tested his vertical, I don't think, all game, so what a time to do it. I mean, Wes is going to hit that shot.
Yeah, looking back, I would love to see a replay on that, but he just didn't look the most confident going up for that shot.
Yeah.
I think he left off 1 foot there,
Yeah.
didn't get the swing that he wanted, didn't come over the top with his wrist there.
Maybe stayed a little open stance.
I think so.
Yeah, it didn't rotate. But anyways, we're splitting hairs here.
Absolutely.
All this to say, Wes will hit that 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely. I think I would give the edge in the Dream Breaker to the drive if we get there, but let's see how these next 2 games go here first. And a great first game from the Brewers. Now again, folks, most of the time we will see the male player play that left side, but Mark Cleminson is no ordinary pickleball player, folks. He is a right side bandit and loves to play the right side of the court all the time though.
He does, he really does.
Sarah, how does that change the strategy though? Seeing the male, playing him head up rather than usually female on male action range?
So in terms of the rally and construction, I mean, you'll see a lot of balls heading towards the left side of the court or being played head on. In this case, Natalie and Amanda are standing head on from one another and kind of trying to avoid that right side. But Mark's got enough footwork and athleticism that even if he leaves 40–50% of the court wide open on that right side, he will chase down that ball.
Absolutely.
It's almost like he's baited.
Yes, and he is relentless in that chase.
Yeah.
His motor runs high every point of every game. Great pick by Jonas there, outstretched.
And we know Natalie doesn't like that spot. So if they ever swing the ball to Mark on the right side, he's going there.
Absolutely.
Look how much he inserts himself here.
Yep.
He literally just tried to play 95% of the court.
Absolutely. And you know what? Amanda's got a smile on her face. She knows what she signed up for here, playing with Mark Cleminson. She knows that Mark is going to come over as much as humanly possible to take some of those balls and really apply pressure on that. Great, just out from Cleminson. Almost got that craziness up there. Fair misreturn from Cleminson.
As players are working on topspin, this is a widely popular change in the game.
Yep.
The balls are sinking into the net. I mean, we have paddles, not rackets. There's no strings. Yes, technology is getting better, but that trampoline effect that comes from a tennis racket and the strings, we're not quite there yet with pickleball. But people are brushing the ball as if they have strings.
Absolutely. And again, especially with a freshly gridded paddle, brand new out of the box, they can generate some crazy RPMs with these paddles and really start shaping balls, unlike what we've seen at the recreational level or even at the 4-5 level. And I think that's what makes the difference between oftentimes a 4-5-5-0 player and these high-five players like all of these wonderful professionals are showing us right over here, is the ability to shape the ball. Its ability to put arc and curve and spin and mold that ball and create those shots that they want. It's such a tricky skill to develop because sometimes it's too much of a good thing, Sarah. And I think you can explain that a little bit more, that when we try to go for too much spin, oftentimes that's when the errors happen.
Right, yeah, so players are either brushing up the ball on their forehand side, so kind of taking that ball from the side approach, and then on the backhand side, turning the paddle over top of the ball, and that's what you're saying, is just sending that ball straight down into the net. You have to watch the trajectory of this ball when players are putting spin, and just see the way it's moving over the net. They're taking that ball from their shoelaces and wrapping it over the height of the net and back down to the other player's feet.
Absolutely, it is tricky, but that's why they get paid the big pickleball dollars to hit those shots. Here we go, coming in, back in from the timeout. We have 7-3 for the drive here. The drive pulling out to an early lead. Just short from that. Good timeout called by the Brewers. get as much topspin as possible on that ball, trying to go down the line to Nat, but just missed it there. Nice, easy control charts from Cleminson, but trying to go for too much on that backhand there. Trying to really pull Jonas off the court with that dink.
Good, that's a good lead by Amanda.
That is a good lead, and that's a tricky ball to leave too. That's Amanda's forehand. Oftentimes you want to hit that ball back with pace, a little bit of speed, a little bit of aggression, but to lay off that is very disciplined. Again, we're seeing a little bit of shaky play from Mark Cleminson here. What do you think is going on in his head right now, Sarah?
I don't know. I think he's probably just trying to stay extremely focused on the ball. Yeah, there could be a number of factors going on with him right now. I think he's just probably relying on some muscle memory, his experience, and again, just staying very present and focused.
The double lob serve, lob return. Oh, what a ball, Matt. Well done.
And crazy timing, because actually a second later the ball could have been called because another ball entered that court.
Absolutely. But again, just great fundamental technique there, coming over the top with that backhand and really making the Brewers pay. And another timeout called by the Brewers. It's 11-6. Mark and Amanda have some things to discuss as their coach Shaq comes out onto the court.
Yeah, Amanda definitely has some things to say over there. Like I think she's noticed something. Shaq, the team manager, also seems to have observed something worthwhile at least to come over and say to Mark and Amanda. We can only guess. Would
love to get a little microphone in there to be a fly on the wall and hear what's going on in those team strategy talks.
Shout out to CNPL. Let's start miking our management.
Absolutely. But again, we're going to see some big changes being made out of the timeout here.
Have you ever been mic'd up while you're playing?
No, but I would love that.
Okay,
there would be quite a few profanities being heard on the mic, I will say that.
I've been mic'd up once. It was with Cam and the Kawamotos. It was hilarious. You just kind of, it's fun.
Oh,
it's
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Here we go, back at it, 11-6. Good ball from Jonas. And that's just a great spot from Cleminson, right down the middle, threading the needle there. And again, another good timeout called. Timeout called by the Brewers. They get the ball right back.
Yep. That is a very classic shot from Mark. That kind of, it almost looks like a flick. People may think it's coming from the wrist. It's actually coming from the rotation of his hips and when transferred.
Yeah. And a great ball by Nat, right down to Amanda's feet. Really playing ball though. Ooh.
It's an easy leave for Mark. That ball is rising as it's passing his shoulder.
Absolutely. And again, we've seen a few balls from Nat kind of spray wide as she tweaks her form. Again, just got to get a little bit more under that ball. Lob serve from Cleminson again, and a missed reset.
Does he look tired to you? Like fatigued?
There's something going on with him. This is not the Mark Cleminson that we have come to know. This is, I don't know if it's fatigue, maybe he didn't sleep well last night, but 90% of the time, Mark Cleminson has the ability to take over a game and take the game into his own hands and say, no, I'm going to win this one. But we're just not seeing it here today.
Well, he's never going to give up. He's going to dig for everything.
Absolutely. And again, great little half Ernie there by Nat.
Every return pretty much going to Jonas.
Wow, great ball by Nat and a great shot by Cleminson. Unfortunate for Jonas that the fence was there. I think Jonas had a decent chance at it, but
I think so too.
gotta play to your surroundings. We're sitting at 10-14 here. Again, you're never really out of it in rally scoring.
Well, especially with that double serving freeze, you're certainly not out. Okay, so the Drive are compressed in their positioning, and the Brewers are so far spread apart. And the Drive was trying to hit the ball right back to Amanda.
Absolutely. Again, it's like the tale of two pickleball teams here. We see the Brewers playing a much more spaced out game, whereas the Drive are much more compact in their shape and in their structure.
Oh,
Mark Cleminson just wide.
Well, and that's the risk with being spread out. It's additional footwork.
Absolutely. Which again, for Mark, you play a tight rope there from Cleminson.
Yeah.
About how much do you come over? Oh, Jonas hit an out ball there. Oh, and it cost him. I think that ball was going well wide, but again, so tough to tell in the moment.
Mark's looking a little more alive in that rally, a little more active.
Great little topspin drive by Clem. Nice little thinking battle going on between Amanda and Nat. Oh, and great choice by Amanda to speed that up first. She just got that high dead dink, put it on the two-hand backhand, caused the pop-up from Nat, and then Cleminson there for the put-away.
Yep. Amanda was ready, she was loaded, and then I think the ball just came at a different pace.
Absolutely. It is the trademark Jonas off-speed, speed up. You think that ball is coming with pace, but Jonas will just impart so much topspin on the ball.
Nicely by Jonas. Okay, so I think that the Brewers are returning to Jonas so that he can't come up and look for the poach because Natalie will drive every single return.
Absolutely.
And it's working out well for them so far.
And again, the strategy works out because Jonas has not been consistent with his thirds. Unfortunately, usually rec play in tournaments, they are 85, 90%. He's probably hovering around somewhere between 60, 70% right now, which is keeping the Brewers in the game.
Right. Okay, let's see where...
15, 17, Amanda to serve, good deep serve. Cleminson a high drop. Amanda just couldn't get there on the reset.
Amanda should not be afraid to reset in the middle.
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe not afraid, she shouldn't hesitate to try for there.
Oh.
Generous.
Generous indeed. It does work out for them. Amanda keeps the pressure on, but I don't think that ball was staying in, Sarah.
No, I don't think so.
Good ball from Clem. Deep return from Nat. Jonas putting the pressure on in the middle there. That cross-court dinking battle.
Oh, nice dig by
Wow! Amanda Rosati! Take a bow. Wow, wow, wow. Great hands.
It absolutely kept them in that rally, allowed Mark to finish the points off.
Absolutely. And again, she went from defense to offense so quickly, keeping that ball down, keeping that ball in play. Well done, Amanda.
95% from Mark,
yeah.
And it works.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not advise that play style at home. Mark Cleminson is a unicorn. They do not make pickleball players like him.
Oh.
Just long on the serve from Mark. But again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
And again, another game coming down to the wire, 19-18.
Oh, another out ball.
A rare misfire from Amanda, and we've got game point for Nat and Jonas.
I want to give a big shout out to all of our certified referees for doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely, Scott and the crew. We love our refs. They do a great job. Good game from Amanda.
There's the bird.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and Cleminson just missed it.
fart and a foot fault. I mean, we talked about Mark birding.
Birding?
Yeah.
You called it from the jump, Sarah, about these birds. And I saw it with my own eyes. That, like, we say the cojones to have that kind of courage and bravery to go for that on game point.
On game points.
Like, I shouldn't be surprised it's Mark Cleminson, but I'm shocked.
Yep.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Now we know.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a hard-fought game from the Brewers. Big shout out for the Drive. That is a great win for them. Fire and ice, patience versus power. We're set for a thriller right here.
Well, I like your spin because me not thinking that the Drive had something to do with like Windsor and cars.
Yeah.
But I like your spin a lot more. Here we go, folks. 0-0. 1-0.
1-0. Rare miss from Tara off the serve, but she laughed it off, smiling, fixing the hat.
I think, Wes is probably saying to Audrey, who is new to this league, let's just get the ball back.
Absolutely.
Wes can do a lot of work when the ball is always going back over the net.
I completely agree 100%. I also think that
there
for
it is.
Audrey, Wes is telling her, play free. Listen,
Yeah.
I've got the middle covered.
Yeah.
You let that two-hand backhand fly. It is a weapon. It's registered in every province out here in Canada, that two-hand backhand. So again, play free, play loose, and trust that I got you back. See that ball just sailing a little bit long from Audrey. Again, one of those shots where that inexperience of playing together we see there. Kind of both looked at each other. Whose ball is it? Whose ball is in the middle?
Whose ball do you think that was?
I think it is Max's ball, especially in mixed. I would love to see him either drive it aggressively or put a nice drop cross court to Audrey. But either way, you can't go wrong. Good reset from Tara. Good patience off the bounce from Wes.
That's where I'm seeing a lot of brush, like that paddle motion went straight up from Tara. Not enough push on the ball to clear the net.
And like we said before, Wes and Audrey are coming out swinging. Really putting pressure on Tara. Rare miss serve from Audrey. But really putting pressure on Tara to hit a good counter and to keep that ball low, kind of invite them up to the kitchen and play her style of game that she's more accustomed to playing.
Right. There's that slice return as we see, and finally someone, driving off of that slice.
Yep. Oh. A little bit of a hydrant dink from Audrey there, setting up Eugene's backhand. Do you know what paddle he's playing with? I've never seen that paddle before.
He's playing with his own Selkirk paddle, I believe. Sorry, are we talking about Eugene?
We're talking about Eugene here.
Yeah.
Yep. Never seen it before. That is a new one. We got to ask him after the game what brand is he using. It's always interesting to me to see these brands that are outside of kind of the top big three in pickleball.
There are paddles coming out relentlessly in this industry. A lot of players also kind of have their own paddle companies. I say a lot, but we had a player just last year who had his own paddle company.
Oh. Tough for Eugene to leave that one. I will say instincts kicked in. You want to hit that overhead smash. You want to put that ball away, but just decided a little bit too late there. Slight moment of hesitation.
There's some confusion going on with this fourth shot of the game as to who should be taking it.
Absolutely. Again, I would love to see Eugene kind of not be as aggressive there. Really trust his partner, Tara, to make those plays. Oh, just wide.
I would agree, actually. Yeah, Eugene is making a few more errors at the moment. So, let Tara focus on her game. He needs to focus in and get back into some consistency here.
Completely agreed. just out from Wes again. You hate to see it, just wide, just long. And we've got 7-8 here for the drive.
They're playing Tara, but Tara's steadier at the moment.
100%. Oh, almost from Eugene too. Almost barrel rolled and got the ball over, but hope to see that he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he is okay. That spot, the ball died there as well.
Yep.
It's really interesting.
A little bit of a dead spot there. We'll see if that's a factor. He doesn't look too banged up, but we'll see how it goes. Great spot by Tara going down the line. Again, no margin for error there, but executed that shot to perfection. Oh.
That was a nice rally developing, and you know the drive looked very comfortable there.
Absolutely. Now, call me crazy, Sarah, but I wouldn't mind if Tara starts going a little bit more to Wes's backhand cross court there and really trying to make a move. Again, I think he's covering a lot of that middle of the court. If she can get one by him over there, that sets up Eugene for the Ernie, and we know that he can really finish those balls if given the chance.
Absolutely. A little bit of confusion with that line call. Wes called it out, and Audrey wasn't confident enough to support that, so the ball was deemed in.
Yep, deemed in, call overturned, and we are back right over here. We got 9-10 for the drive up on top right now. Ooh.
It's a dirty drop.
A lethal drop from Wes, and that comes with that little half hesitation in that footwork, the body feint, making Tara think the speed up is coming, only for him to drop it like a sack of potatoes in the kitchen. What
that was an incredible around the back.
And pegs Tara on the body bag.
That's a highlight reel moment, guys.
That is a highlight reel moment. Oh, goodness, Wes. What a play. Good reset from Tara. Oh, Max gets caught, and it's good. Wow. What a ball. Great reset lob, half chicken wing ball over there. Wow, what a ball from Max. Great to see it. And lands just in.
Oh, another drop.
Tara's not fooled again. And what a great dink from Eugene. That's a great sequence there. A great slice reset to get up to the kitchen, initiates that speed up to Wes's backhand, and then follows it up perfectly. And we have a timeout being called from the drive.
This is a good timeout right here.
Yes, absolutely. And again, we see that Wes and Audrey kind of taking a moment to themselves. Now they're going to come over to their team, talking with Jonas over there on the sideline, coming over to chat with Brandon and Evan. We see Alexis Contratto and Evan Hollinsky as the subs for the Detroit-Windsor Drive. And again, we're talking strategy over here from Tara and Eugene.
You can't see it, folks, but we actually have a really good crowd of spectators behind us at this commentator booth. All eyes are on this court, as this is the only match being played currently.
Absolutely, and we're going to be coming to you live from London, Ontario, all day with some exciting pickleball action. Don't go anywhere. We are coming right back from the timeout, and we have the Detroit-Windsor Drive up 12-11. Eugene to serve. Good timeout called. Here we go, time in. Good ball. Ooh, what a ball. Oh, and just lands out from Tara. That is so, again, the margin so fine. A perfect shot from Audrey on the line. Tara just a little bit high on that lob. Great ball from Eugene, keeping the pressure on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, nice the reset from Wes and the reset from Audrey. Well done. The Detroit-Windsor Drive showing great heart and great determination, staying in that rally from start to finish.
Well, this is what we're saying, players are prepared to grind out the ball. They're saying, I don't care the heights or the trajectory in which it's coming at me. I'm going to prepare my paddle to defend.
Absolutely. And again, a great topspin roll shot from Tara. Really getting low, generating some great spin off that paddle. I like that shot from Audrey. Eugene.
You can't see it, folks, but we actually have a really good crowd of spectators behind us at this commentator booth. All eyes are on this court as this is the only match being played currently.
Absolutely, and we're going to be coming to you live from London, Ontario, all day with some exciting pickleball action. Don't go anywhere. We are coming right back from the timeout, and we have the Detroit-Windsor Drive up 12-11. Eugene to serve. Good timeout called. Here we go, time in. Good ball. Ooh, what a ball. Oh, and just lands out from Tara. That is so, again, the margin so fine. A perfect shot from Audrey on the line. Tara just a little bit high on that log. Great ball from Eugene, keeping the pressure on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Nice
the
defense.
reset from Wes and the reset from Audrey. Well done. The Detroit-Windsor Drive showing great heart and great determination, staying in that rally from start to finish.
Well, this is what we're saying, players are prepared to grind out the ball. They're saying, I don't care the heights or the trajectory in which it's coming at me. I'm going to prepare my paddle to defend.
Absolutely. And again, a great topspin roll shot from Tara. Really getting low, generating some great spin off that paddle. I like that shot from Audrey. She doesn't miss those too frequently.
Yeah, Eugene hit a really nice drop. It had a lot of slice on it, and it was just kind of spiraling down quite quickly. Sometimes you have to respect the drop.
Absolutely. And again, it looks so deceiving. That's one of the best parts of Eugene's game that we're seeing here, is he hits a high starting drop, but there is so much topspin on that ball that it is getting pulled down and it is bouncing aggressively into the kitchen. Ball, great return. Oh, Tara, a rare misfire.
Really?
Chuckling again, shaking that off.
I will say that the benches have been quite quiet for both teams.
And truthfully, I don't know how I feel about that, Sarah. Again, a team format like this, you got to be there supporting your team, cheering them on in all moments.
Yeah.
I see numerous amounts of them kind of warming up, playing on the sidelines here. Would love to see them standing by on the bench, cheering on their team, or supporting them in a timeout like we're just seeing right now.
Yeah, well, we do see a lot of the players, like you said, warming up, probably preparing themselves for a tiebreaker.
Yep.
So there is that to be considered. But team play is so vibrant. This is why we love it. This is why we're doing it in pickleball, is that the camaraderie, and the team effort that's being put into all of these matches. It's just so fun to be around.
Absolutely. And again, sometimes the cheering and lifting up that team spirit can be the biggest X factor.
Yeah.
Again, I say it all the time. We're going to have the pleasure of commentating Toronto United's game a little bit later. But Linda Kawamoto and the way that she cheers for her children is unlike anything we see in Canadian pickleball. And oftentimes it's the X factor that brings life into Smash, brings life into that Toronto United team. So again, would love to see a little bit more vocalization coming from both teams here, but maybe that's just not their strategy.
It's possible, but like you said, this is a proven thing, not just from, Mama Kawamoto. Shout out to the Kawamoto family. We love you. Just going to let this rally play out.
Yep, back right away. Great job. Good patience from Eugene.
Nice
letting
reset.
that bounce. Great drop back there. Tara working that dink.
Audrey looks very comfortable right now.
Yep, 100%. Oh, bye-bye ball. Eugene putting all of that badminton prowess into that overhead smash. Murdered that thing. Oh my goodness. But good for Audrey to get a paddle on it.
Yeah,
14-17.
Wes put his team into a risky position by throwing up that lob. He's got to be confident that his team can dig out those overheads.
Those lobs are high risk, high reward.
Maybe he lobs Tara, not Eugene Max, the badminton player.
Unlucky off the net from Tara. Just messed up her rhythm for half a second there. Caused her to just be a little bit early on that ball. And another missed return from Tara. I hate to say it, but she's not been playing her best in this match right here.
Well, she definitely wants that one back.
Absolutely.
But needs to shake it off and move on to the next point.
Oh, wow. We see some very aggressive play from Wes. Approaching the net, but Tara and Eugene not phased at all. Staying in those rallies, staying in those points. There we go. Brewers to serve. 15-19. And look at Wes's position right on that tee over there. He has taken up so much of the court, really putting pressure on Tara and Eugene if they want to hit the ball to Audrey to put it in a 20% of the court.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is a typical mixed strategy. We're just seeing it in terms of sides. It's reversed.
And here we go, game point. First one for the
drive,
and that is it. The drive, take it 3-1. Great finish from Wes, great finish from Audrey, and a big win, big statement win for the drive.